Hello YouTube, my name's Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and what we're going to be doing in this video is actually showing you guys my armory here in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So I've actually gotten a few requests to do a video like this. You guys want to see, all the elite weapon variants and all the cool pieces of customization gear that I have and stuff like that. So I thought, hey, we'll make a quick little video today showing you guys that. And today, for some reason, I don't know if it's just, maybe it's my connection or something going on, but I can't connect to like any games online today. I can connect into the Supremacy DLC playlist pretty easily, but I can't get into like Ground War. I can't get into like Domination. I was able to get in Team Deathmatch, but no one else was able to join, so it was like a 4-on-4 Team Deathmatch every lobby I was getting into. So I don't know, maybe the connections today are just being weird, so I thought, hey, if I can't play, I might as well go ahead and make a video showing you guys my armory, because that seems like the kind of thing you guys may be interested in checking out. So what we're going to do is go down here to my armory, go down here to, I guess we'll just go to all loot. No, we'll go to redeemable loot, because all loot would have, a bunch of stuff that everybody has. This is all stuff that I've actually gotten, and we're going to sort this. We'll do it alphabetical and show you guys this stuff. Now, keep in mind, I want to preface this by saying that I'm the kind of person that if I see a weapon variant or if I see a piece of gear that I don't think I'm ever going to use, I pretty much redeem it for XP pretty quickly. I basically get rid of it very quickly. So just keep that in mind. So I don't have a ton of things, especially there's a lot of YouTubers that do tons upon tons upon tons of advanced supply drop opening videos. Those guys, their armories are going to be insane, right? My armory, it's not as insane, right? It's a very modest armory. I keep a very small armory, but I do have some cool stuff in here for you guys to check out. So start off here, A4. This is actually the best variant of the A4 I have. This is going to be the Supernova. It gives a +1 in damage, -1 in handling. I like the +1 damage. So when I do use the A4, that's going to be the one I use. AK-12 Bleeder, it's okay. It's more or less a search and destroy weapon for me, because the extra damage, that +2 to damage is insane, but the -2 to fire rate makes the weapon ridiculously weak at close quarters. So if you're playing something like search and destroy, search and rescue, where you can kind of like set up your engagements a little bit better, and you can kind of like sit on top of a roof, or you can basically play on your own terms, right? That's what I think the AK-12 Bleeder is good for. The AK-12 Feeder is basically the one I use the most. It's pretty nice. So I lose 2 in handling, which is essentially my hip fire, but I'm going to gain an increased magazine size. I'm going to have a lot more ammunition, and I'm going to be losing a little bit of hip fire accuracy. So I take that for the free, extra magazine size and the free ammo. I like that. AK-12 Feeder is the best one I have for the AK-12 personally. I also have the AK-12 Lance, which is going to make it so I believe that's under barrel attachment, so I can't have anything like a silencer, anything like a foregrip or stuff like that. I believe that's what the attachment thing is for that. But yeah, and +2 range, -1 handling on that as well. The MLA chicaneries. This is pretty interesting. I want to point this out. So this is going to give me +2 to fire rate, right? It's going to give me +2 to fire rate. It's going to cut my magazine size in half, and it's going to give me advanced rifling by default. I'm not a big fan of this elite personally, just because it's like, oh my goodness, this thing shoots so ridiculously quickly, and I'm constantly reloading. And of course, anything about light machine guns, they take forever to reload. So I'm not really a big fan of that one in particular. But I end up getting the melee royalty, which is essentially the same thing, right? These royalty weapons are essentially the same thing as a different elite weapon, but they basically have a purple skin to it. But I found that the royalty is actually worse than the chicanery. Look, they're the exact same thing, except the royalty has an even smaller magazine than the chicanery. So it's like, it's an even more rare version of the chicanery, but it's worse. It's more rare, but worse, but it does have a purple camo, which is pretty cool looking. So I don't know, man. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Then, of course, the melee subverter. If I'm going to be using the melee variant, it's going to be this thing, man. This thing is ridiculous. You lose the magazine size. It's okay, man. You have that ridiculous extra damage. You don't have, like, the giant increased fire rate like what you have the chicanery up there. So I love using that. Subverter is my favorite variant of the melee. We have the whale horn here, which is not that great in my opinion. You get a bigger magazine size, you get better hip fire, but you lose 2 damage and accuracy, so it's like I don't really see a point, but I still have it. Because it's one of those things that, like, I have all these elites for the melee. I'm just gonna keep it. I'd rather have that than the 2000 XP I'd get for it. RX 160 hole puncher, freaking amazing, man. I love this thing. I use it all the time. So powerful. I think it's one of the best variants in the game. It's only a professional. It's not even an elite, and it's still one of the best in the game, man. +2 to damage, -1 accuracy, -1 to handling, which of course is your hip fire. I've actually found I still hip fire pretty well with this thing regardless, so I just love it. Hole puncher, fantastic. Speakeasy. This used to be my favorite gun in the game before it became overpowered and broken. It's of course like a modern version of a Thompson. It's even, you got the old Tommy gun, the Speakeasy flavor text right there, where they're kind of referencing the Thompson and stuff. It's really cool that they did that, but it's like that gun's so broken and so powerful that, like, I can't use it. I have morals. I have a moral stance against using broken guns, and that gun's ridiculously broken, but I still have it on the off chance that they ever actually nerfed the gun to the point where I can start using it again. Because you guys know, I love the ASM1. I love the fact that it's basically a modern version of a Tommy gun from World at War. I love it, but it's too broken, man. I can't use it. It's too powerful. Atlas Ranger exosuit. I actually keep most of my elite exos. I don't even use a lot of them, but I still keep them regardless. Atlas shotgun loadout, just because, you know, if I want to run out the shotgun, I like being able to have, you know, all the shotgun shells there are my best and stuff. It looks pretty cool. Page 2 here. Let's go to Backdraft helmet. We saw that in my advanced supply drop opening video. We have the biohazard exosuit. We have the biohazard knee pads, the biohazard mask, the biohazard shirt. We have the Echo, or no, I keep wanting to call it the Echo. It's the Eco Exo. So we got that, and then we have the Eco helmet as well. So those are two pretty rare sets right there, which look pretty cool. The EM1 Poner, this thing's freaking great. I love it. If I'm using the EM1, it's going to be this thing. It's going to give me +1 to damage, but you do have some downsides, man. You're going to be losing, you know, a bit of your hip fire, which is, this weapon's only hip fire, so it doesn't really affect you too much, but you're going to be losing a bit of accuracy, and you're losing a bit of fire rate. And I think it's that loss in fire rate, which actually kind of hurts the gun a little bit, but still, I believe it's the best variant of the EM1 that I have anyway. I usually just get rid of all the other ones. The Enlightened Exo, I love it. It's one I'm using right now. It looks really cool. White and like a sky blue, almost like a baby blue in a way. It's an awesome looking Exo. Then we have the Enlightened helmet. I'm not a big fan of the helmet personally. I like the Kraken helmet more, which we'll be seeing later on here in the video. The HRA3 Cowboy, it's a pretty good variant, I suppose. It's basically going to give you the dual mag for free, but you're going to lose 1 in accuracy. It's okay. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's a pretty good variant nonetheless, because you get a free attachment. You really don't lose that much. You lose a bit of accuracy, but the HBR is already a ridiculously ridiculously accurate weapon. So, you know, you don't really lose too much there. The HRA3 Raider, it's also pretty decent. You're going to lose a little bit of magazine size, a little bit of accuracy, but you're going to get an increase in your fire rate, an increase in your mobility. And the HRA3, the thing that's really holding back the weapon is the fact that its fire rate is kind of low, right? So if you can increase the fire rate on the thing, it actually makes it a lot better. But I end up getting a new variant. Where is it? Why is it not here? I don't understand. Where did it go? It's not here. Why is it not showing it? This doesn't make any sense. Those are not all the HBRs that I have. It isn't. I have another HBR that's just not showing, even though we're in alphabetical order here. It's just not going to show it. So I guess I'll show you guys. I don't understand why it would say that. I don't understand. So let's go to my HBR class. I have the Average Joe, which is, I like the Average Joe a whole lot. So the HBR-A3 Average Joe, you're going to get +1 damage, +1 range, but you're going to get -2 to handling, which is essentially your hip fire. So it's just a more powerful HBR. It's a pretty good variant of it. I like it quite a bit. And actually, I guess the reason why that's not showing up is because that's not an actual variant. Ah, okay. That makes a lot more sense then. Never mind. Never mind on that. I was sitting there like, where's the Average Joe? Why is it not showing up? That's because it's not an enlisted. It's not a professional or anything like that. It's just one that you get for doing challenges. Okay, never mind. Alright, so let's go back to redeemable loot here, and let's go here to the IMR Bore Strike. I haven't used it really too much. I actually haven't been using the IMR a lot. I've been using a lot more of the ARX. If I really want to run around with a burst rifle, I'm using the ARX a lot more than the IMR. But this one's alright. You get +1 damage, +2 to range, but you're going to lose a bit of accuracy and a bit of fire rate. So, it depends on what you want to do there. The KF5 Breakneck, in my opinion, the best variant of the KF5. It's pretty insane. I mean, you lose a little bit of accuracy, but you get a lot of fire rate, and this gun just like sprays the ammo so ridiculously quickly. Then you have the KF5 Spanner here, which actually going to lose 2 of your fire rate, and you're going to lose 1 to your hip fire, but you're going to gain 3 range, which is going to, of course, make it so you're a bit more powerful at a distance, but you're losing that fire rate, so it's like, it's really kind of give or take. I haven't decided, if I want to get rid of the Spanner or not. Maybe I'll experiment with it a bit more, but my experience so far, the KF5 Breakneck's been a bit better. We have the Kraken Exo and the Kraken Helmet. I like both of these. I'm actually using the Kraken Helmet right now because it looks pretty cool. The KVA Scout Gloves, I only keep those because they're like glowy green gloves and they look kind of cool. M1 Irons Gunslinger, it's okay, I suppose. It's basically just going to give me akimbo, even though I have other variants that give me akimbo by default, so I could probably get rid of the Gunslinger now that I'm looking at it. Let's get rid of that for some XP, because I have the High Noon, which is going to give me +2 accuracy but -2 mobility, so that's like going to be the M1 Irons I use if I'm using a singular M1 Irons, like for example if I'm trying to unlock attachments and stuff, especially like advanced rifling. And then when I want to go with an akimbo M1 Irons, I'm going to rock the Showdown, which is going to give me +1 to range, -1 to mobility, and it's going to give me akimbo by default, so I think that's kind of nice. Maelstrom Helmet, kind of a rare helmet, I suppose. The Marine Cavalry Pants, I only have those because they are white and they kind of match the whole set I'm going with right now. Marine Exo, it's an Elite Exo that I just keep all the Elite ones for whatever reason. The MK14 Eagle Eye, this is going to give you +1 to your accuracy and +2 to your range, but it's going to make it so you can't have any attachments, and it's going to reduce your magazine size, but it's also going to give you a quick draw sight. It's a weird variant. I wish I could show you all of it, but I'm not level 42 yet on this Prestige, so I can't show you everything, but I do remember that this particular variant actually comes with a quick draw sight. Up here at the MK14 Eclipse, this is going to give you +2 accuracy, +1 damage, but you're going to be losing some handling and some fire rate. It's an okay variant, I would say. The increased accuracy is like nice. You think, oh boy, increased accuracy, but it's already like one of the most accurate weapons in the game regardless, so it doesn't really help you out too much. MP11 Goliath, my favorite gun in the game. You guys know it, man. Oh man, +3 damage, -3 handling. I don't care about that hip fire. I still hip fire pretty well with it, to be perfectly honest. But for the most part, I ADS with it. It's my favorite gun in the game. It's my most used weapon, the MP11. I love it. The MP443 Gotcha Latitude. Now, you guys are wondering, why is this here? Did you just forget to get rid of it? Did you forget to redeem it for XP? No, I'm actually keeping it because this is one of these specific weapons that is going to be retired soon. And so I figured I'm going to keep one of them just because that weapon's going to be retired. And it's going to have red text saying retired, and nobody's ever going to be able to get that weapon again. I'm like, I'll keep it just for the sake of keeping it. We have the Neuro helmet, which is essentially like a brain helmet. We have the Nigerian Command Exo. We have the Passionate Exo, the Passionate Hat, which of course is like flowers and freaking cat ears and the hat, the Psychedelic Exo, the Psychedelic Helmet, the Punk Helmet. We have the Pytech Exploit, which is pretty good, I would say. -1 accuracy, you're losing a bit of magazine size, -1 to fire rate, but you're getting +3 range. This thing is just going to hit like a truck down range, and it's already, you know, the only weapon in the game that has like perfect accuracy. I believe the Pytech has 100% perfect accuracy. We have some royalty pants, because I don't know, they look kind of cool, I suppose, and they're royalties. I guess I should keep them. We have the RW1 Xeno, is that how you would pronounce that? The only reason I keep that is because it's basically an RW1 that gives you +2 to damage, which is going to make it a bit more powerful, I would suppose. So I keep that. If I do want to use the RW1, this is the one I use because it's the best variant of it that I've gotten so far. All the other ones, of course, are redeemed for XP. The S12 Gallant, I'm actually enjoying using this quite a bit, so it's going to give me a lot more starting ammo, but I'm going to be losing a bit of my hip fire accuracy, which in my opinion is okay because I ADS with this thing more often than not. I have quick draw grip on it, I have extended mag, and I have advanced rifling on it, and so I ADS with it quite a bit, and having that extra ammo definitely helps, because if you ever used an S12 before, you sprayed through a lot of shots, and I'm actually pretty happy. It's one of my favorite variants in the game so far, because I love using the S12, and that extra ammo is fantastic as somebody who doesn't have Scavenger unlocked yet. The SAC-3 Fire and Brimstone, actually, do I have Scavenger unlocked yet? Have I recently unlocked it? I don't remember what level I actually get Scavenger, because I use it on so few classes. No, I don't have it yet. You have to wait till level 35. I believe, what level am I? I'm level 33. I'm 2 levels away from having it. Let's go back here. So the SAC-3 Fire and Brimstone. You guys tell me this thing is so good. I've not yet experienced this thing being very good. I actually find that the regular SAC-3 Akimbo is a little bit better. I still don't have a single SAC-3. I'm like, oh, I want a single SAC-3. I want a SAC 1.5, you know, but I can't find them anywhere. I've never gotten one. It's so frustrating. I want one. Sentinel Airborne knee pads. I didn't even know I had those. So let's go ahead and redeem those for XP. I don't want those. I don't need those for anything. But we have Sentinel Medic boots. This is basically my Sentinel Medic set, and I use the Sentinel Medic set a lot. I'm not using it right now, but I have the full set. Wait, do I have the full set? I'm missing. Am I missing something? Am I missing? I know I got the boots. I got the knees. I've got the gloves. I got the exosuit. I have the. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. I think I have the entire Sentinel Medic set, which is like my favorite set. But yeah, I have the entire Sentinel Medic set, so I keep everything. I don't even use a Sentinel Medic shirt, but I just keep it for the sake of having the entire set. The Sledgehammer Games cap, I end up getting that. Here is going to be Sledgehammer Games EXO, which of course says SHG5 on the back for the 5-year anniversary. SN6 money. It's not the. I don't think it's the best variant of the SN6, but it's the one that I've used the most. I've gotten like 600 or 700 kills with this particular variant alone. I've used it a bunch. You know, you get that +1 to accuracy, +1 to range, and you actually get a little bit of extra starting ammo as well. But you're going to be losing a bit of your mobility and a bit of your handling. It's a pretty good variant overall, I would say. A surfer hat, the surfer shirt. We have the TAC-19 roundhouse. Look at that thing, man. +1 fire rate, +1 range, -1 to handling and mobility. Love it. Love it. It's such a good variant. You wouldn't think it'd be, but that extra fire rate and that extra range is so good on a pump action shotgun. Just so good. Then we have the TAC-19 sledgehammer here, which is going to be +2 accuracy, -1 to handling, -2 to mobility. We have the thermal exo, the thermal helmet, the tiki exo, the tiki helmet, the tombstone boots, the tombstone hat, which is of course just a cowboy hat. We have the whiteout boots, whiteout gloves, whiteout helmet, which looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize I had that. Whiteout knee pads, apparently I have 2 of those, so let's just go ahead and get rid of that for 2000 XP. The XMG Death and Taxes, and the XMG Bacon and Eggs, which is like the best variant for the XMG. So I got that. I've been playing with it. It's actually very fun. It's actually very, very fun to play around with the XMG Bacon and Eggs. Very powerful. Very, very, very fun. But yeah, I have a lot of room for stuff here, but again, I'm one of those people that usually, of course, I got rid of some stuff here in this video, but I'm usually the kind of person that's like, you know what, we'll get rid of a lot of stuff that I don't don't need or I don't think I'm going to use, just because I'd rather have the XP, to be perfectly honest. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is my armory. I got a couple requests to show my armory in a video, and I figured I'd go through my entire armory and show you guys everything that there is to really see in here, and show you all the stuff I have. And of course, maybe later on, maybe once I get up to like Prestige Master or even past that, maybe I'll do another video after I get a bunch more stuff. But you know, who knows? Who knows if I end up getting any more really good stuff or not. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be my armory. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. And of course, let me know in the comment section below, what is the best variant that you have? Like, maybe not the best variant, but like, what are some of the best variants that you have? Like, going back to my armory, the things that I use the most, I think are just like ridiculous, and I'm happy I have them. ARX Hole Puncher, use it all the time, so freaking good, so freaking good, it's ridiculous. I got the KF5 Breakneck in there, I've got the MP11 Goliath in here. These are things I use quite a bit. I like the S12 Gallant, though. That's just for me personally one of the things I like using the most. SN6 Money, we have the TAC-19 Roundhouse, and the XMG Bacon Eggs. Like, I've got some pretty good variants of some guns that I really enjoy using. I wish I could get better variants, of course, for the 84. I wish I could get better variants, not for the melee, but for the HBR-A3. Like, I want that Insanity, man. I want that HBR-A3 Insanity. I want some better variants for the AK-12, you know, but I do have some good variants for weapons I like using, like the ARX-160, and I have a good variant of the BM1, and I've got good variants of the M1 Irons, I feel like, and the KF5, and the IMR, and the MP11, and stuff like that. So let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite variant stuff that you have, and is there a specific variant that you haven't been able to get yet that you really want? Like, for example, I want the AK-12 RIP, I want the HBR-A3 Insanity. I think if I were to have those two particular weapons, I'd be pretty well off, because I like using the HBR, I like using the AK-12, but I don't have like an amazing variant for either one of them. I would love to be able to get, you know, one of those really good variants for one of those two weapons, because they're both some of my favorite weapons in the game. Actually, we can go up here to my combat record here. We can go to my weapons. You know, you got the AK-12 right here and the HBR right there. I actually have exactly 1,000 kills with the HBR now, apparently. But yeah, I have over 1,000 kills with each one, but I don't have a good variant with either one of them. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.